The brothers and sisters. I'm glad that everybody's healthy and blessed. Getting it in with me at the Balo Goombamo channel. I want to get straight into it today. Another important aspect that we consider Black nationalism is to show on its face the African culture before pre-Arab invasion, pre-European invasion, pre-Asian invasion, and that's of Egypt. Of course, Ethiopia was remained unconquered to like the late 1990s or something around that line. Uh, Along with the Eurocentric, the so-called white European culture, as far as the white woman and the woman is concerned. Now, it's if you study the so-called white European male treatment, especially in America, and especially the Arab treatment, the Arabian treatment of his woman, you will see that it was nothing along the lines of how Africans, you know, treated their women in Africa before any Arab invasion or any Asian invasion or any European invasion. This is very important for everybody to understand this. The white woman in America, she had to fight for her rights for to vote. She had to fight for all her gender equality. The white woman in America, she was treated just like a slave. She was treated like a footstool, the footstool to the man. She's always been the footstool to the man in this European society. The white man has always dominated the white woman in this European society. When you study Africa on its face, we had African queens ruling as kings before any known European, so-called white European woman in existence. We have monuments built to women, black women. We adore the black woman. We seen the black woman for what she was. She birthed and gave greatness to the world. So we had confidence in allowing women to rule because they birth rulers. I mean, anything that birthed a ruler, quite naturally, why wouldn't you allow it to rule? Why wouldn't you have any confidence in its ability to rule or have any equality along the side of it? We never did in Africa before the Arab invasion or before the European Asian invasion. We never even thought along those lines. Here again, when you go over into the temples, you'll see there's plenty of temples where there's black women being worshipped as goddesses. Queen Hathor, the goddess Hathor, is a black woman. And that was eventually spawned another Indian god with the cow, with the cow and all that. There is, when you look at the Arabian culture and how they treat their women, it's very cruel. They treat them very condescendingly, and they make them cover up and all that. They have no rights. You have to, at some point in time, wonder how you became to be domestically abusive to your woman. How you, at some point in time, had this strange bond with the black woman. This is everywhere that black people exist, even in Africa. This has been systematically ingrained out of our society. They came into Africa. They saw the temples we had erected to black women. They saw the greatness that black women had achieved, not only as women who birthed these mighty kings and queens, but women who ruled, women who were generals in some of these armies. There were women that pushed certain kings to the side that was in heirship to the throne black women, and they pushed them to the side, seeing them there was weak, and took the country and ruled for many years and held the country. There's a lot that hasn't been told about black women and how black men adored black women. This has been weeded out of our society. When they came over and they said, they basically, the Arab, the white man, we can't bring these guys back. We can't bring these people back worshiping this black slave woman on a plantation like a queen, even though we disconnected them from that part of their past. They can't connect to that, but still, we'll still allow them to practice this form of bond. Even then, we still was paying adoration to the black woman. We were still dying for her. We were still, going to war for her, doing everything we could for the black woman. So they took it upon themselves to systematically weed this out of black people's culture. And they did this barbarically, horrifically. A lot of black people died, man, to get what we have now today. Where black men abuse black women, call them bitches, hoes, disrespect them all on posts, and this is what we have today. But if you go to Cairo, go over there to Egypt, just walk over there and see if you see any hieroglyph where it says anything about a bitch, a hoe, a slut, trick. Yeah. You're not gonna see none of that over there. You didn't get none of that till you came over here, dealing with the Arabs, because that's how they treat their women. You dealing with the Europeans because that's how they treat their women. European was that's the first time you heard the word bitch, because it came from the European. That's how you heard him calling his woman that at home, because she ain't cooked. Bitch, she ain't cooked yet. Come on, man. This misogyny within the black race, this domestic violence within the black race has all been systematically due to slavery, through long-term effects ingrained in our culture. When at one point in time, we built monuments in awe and splendor that you can see for miles and miles and miles from another nation. Before you even get out of this portion of a nation, you can see the temple Ramses II built to his wife, his queen. There's so much that hasn't been taught to you about how the black man worshiped the black woman, the bond that was between the black man and the black woman. That was destroyed systematically, because you could not come over to the New World or over in any portion of Arabia treating that woman like that, and those women seeing that, they're like, wait a minute, hold on, shit, no, this is not going down. You see how these slaves are treating their women, and we're supposed to be free. Even today, the white woman is basically a slave. She don't see it, but she's never in a high position of authority above what the man is. The man still dominates the Eurocentric culture. Here again, that's all out of fear and insecurity, and that's an inferiority complex within itself that the white Eurocentric, male Eurocentric culture suffers with. That was never in Africa. And we need to get back to that. That's what black nationalism is about. It's not about trying to attack someone's religion, because we all know black people are spiritual, and we want you to keep your religion and stay faithful and devout to your religion. It's not about none of that. All it is to connect you to that past.